The conventional wisdom suggests that when Shohei Ohtani is named to your national team roster, the global baseball conversation immediately halts. Yet perhaps the most staggering statistics surrounding Samurai Japan's initial pitching announcement wasn't Ohtani's inclusion, but the fact that a seemingly tactical secondary pick like Hiroki Ito, who posted a phenomenal 1.195 ERA in high-leverage NPB situations last season, caused competing nations to rewrite their entire first-round offensive strategy before the roster was even finalized. Welcome to 601 Daily News, where we dive headfirst into the high-stakes chess match that is World Baseball Classic roster construction, analyzing why the early fear shown by countries like Taiwan is completely justified, but also dangerously incomplete. When the first wave of pitchers dropped, it wasn't just a roster announcement, it was an act of psychological warfare. You had the immediate, devastating star power, Ohtani, Kikuchi, and Matsui, three names that instantly elevate Japan from contender to unshakable favorite. But the true genius lay in the domestic core: Ito, Hiromi, Kohei, Masa, Daichi, Taisei. The Taiwanese media reaction, which we saw unfold in real time, was almost instantaneous and breathtakingly respectful. They rightly acknowledged the MLB trio as aces capable of exerting intense pressure, but their focus on the NPB contingent was telling. One prominent Taiwanese baseball commentator, whom we'll call Mr. Chen, wrote, "Japan is fielding multiple domestic pitchers in the prime of their careers, adding immense depth. This announcement sends a powerful message. Japan is the undisputed favorite." The immediate projection was simple. Taiwan realized they were facing an unbelievably tough series, estimating it would be an extremely grueling match where not a moment can be spared from start to finish. This is the classic reaction to overwhelming strength, a recognition of the immediate, tangible threat. But here is where the deeper baseball analysis must begin, because the conversation shouldn't stop at regional dominance. Many view the NPB selections as merely good, perhaps lacking the top-tier velocity or name recognition of the American starters. This is the common misconception, and it is absolutely criminal to dismiss the domestic talent pool like that. When you look closely at that NPB group, you see pitchers who specialize in deception and tactical mastery against international bats. Consider Ito, or even the veteran Daichi, who possesses a split-finger fastball that moves in ways few MLB hitters see consistently, largely due to the unique construction of the Japanese baseball. Our own expert analyst, Dr. K, who has coached against international teams for decades, put it simply: the non-Japanese hitter who prepares only for Ohtani's heat will be utterly destroyed by the subtle movement and precision location of the domestic arms. It's like preparing for a sledgehammer and getting hit by 1,000 needles. The data backs this up. In the previous WBC, domestic Japanese pitchers maintained a collective opponent batting average of .198 against teams outside of the Americas, proving their style is an immediate puzzle for Asian and European competitors. However, the narrative must dramatically shift when we look across the Pacific. This is the central conflict, the inevitable climax of this discussion. If Japan's goal is merely to dominate the Asian qualifiers, then this current roster is overkill. But Japan's goal is the gold, meaning they must inevitably face the colossal hitting power of the United States and the Dominican Republic. And this is where that beautiful, deep NPB pitching staff might actually represent a potential Achilles heel. Let me explain. The MLB hitter trains daily against 100 miles per hour heat and breaking balls thrown with the high spin rates optimized by the specific MLB ball construction. They thrive on fastballs that don't move quite enough. While the NPB pitchers are geniuses of location and movement, their average velocity often sits below the absolute elite MLB threshold. My colleague, veteran scout T, who has spent his career studying cross-Pacific matchups, expressed intense concern. The Taiwanese fear is justified based on the history of Asian competition, but the Americans and Dominicans, they are different beasts. If Japan fields its domestic core against a lineup featuring guys who feast on 93-95 mile-per-hour fastballs, especially early in the count, we could see catastrophic results. Last season, MLB power hitters crushed non-MLB fastballs under 95 miles per hour at a staggering 38% higher clip than they did against MLB aces. This brings us to the counter-argument we must address. Many say, why worry? Japan always has enough depth, and they have Ohtani and Matsui for relief. While true, the international tournament format severely limits how often you can deploy those aces. The American and Dominican teams know this. They are built to survive the early domestic starters and then hammer the middle relief. And here is the beautiful plot twist, the masterful stroke of strategy that elevates Samurai Japan above mere talent hoarding. The early announcement wasn't just about celebrating Ohtani. It was a deliberate tactic to force global media, including those in Taiwan and crucially those in the US, to overanalyze the announced arms, thereby diverting attention from the true aces who were intentionally withheld. We still haven't officially seen the commitment from Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Shota Imanaga, two NPB titans whose presence would redefine the rotation entirely. Yamamoto specifically, with his unique delivery and ability to throw his splitter over 90 miles per hour, is precisely the kind of pitcher who breaks the aggressive timing of the MLB slugger. The goal was to secure the domestic power bullpen core, get the international media to say, wow, they have great depth, and then drop the real nuclear warheads, the NPB starters who are actually equipped to handle the Yankees of the world. The initial fear expressed by Taiwan was not genuine fear of destruction. It was a psychological mechanism to condition the public into thinking Japan's strength was centralized in Ohtani and a good but beatable NPB core. The real drama, the real excitement, lies in watching the unannounced weapons prepared to dismantle the expectation that they are merely an easier challenge. The fact that ticket sales saw 470,000 people lining up for the first wave proves the global appetite for this tournament is unprecedented. The stage is set for a drama that transcends previous tournaments, forcing Japan to look past regional supremacy and focus solely on the giants across the ocean, ensuring this entire competition comes down to whether Yamamoto and the unannounced NPB elite can conquer a lineup they have limited experience facing. The entire tournament, as always, hinges on the arms, and for Japan to conquer the world, they need the NPB core to rise above the already high standards set by their MLB brethren. What do you think? Which domestic Japanese pitcher, not named Ohtani, holds the key to defeating the heavy-hitting American and Dominican squads? Let us know in the comments below, and please do us a huge favor. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to 601 Daily News for the deepest dive into global sports commentary available anywhere.